Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome back to our Age of Wonders 4 Let's Play featuring the God King Gur Gul of the Growth. With Acreon finally eliminated, we can turn our attention to Whundhart and this quest battle that's been staring at us for the last, 20 or so turns now. We just have 2 turns left to deal with it before we fail this quest, but the bulk of our army is in the neighborhood, so we should be okay unless Whundhart sends its 5 stack down with some additional stacks that are waiting for us in the fog of war to completely eliminate our forces here, but that's highly unlikely, right? Only one way to find out, though, and that's by hitting the end turn button, folks. First, though, there's a bit of housekeeping that needs doing. Let's go ahead and turn our attention to the Nebular Sanctum over here, which we're actually going to rename. This is based off of a suggestion I saw in the comments of the previous episode, slightly modified, so I hope you don't mind, but the Nebular Sanctum is now the Fungal Sanctum. And this is, again, perfectly fitting with our approach to things. We are constantly consuming, constantly subsuming, constantly changing things to fit our approach, but also changing ourselves as well. Don't forget, we are often evolving our approach and the tools that we use. And to that end, folks, I'm going to actually go ahead and recruit at least a Soother or 2, maybe some Spell Shields as well, because I was thinking about this, and based on how we approach subjugation of our enemies and our vassals as well, it only makes sense that we actually use the best of their troops to our advantage. Why would we only mind control and subjugate the weakest of our enemies' units? We would surely subjugate their best as well. And this was corroborated by many of your comments in the previous episode's comment section as well, so I feel like that's the way to go, and if you feel otherwise, or if you agree, let me know in the comments down below. But for the time being at least, yes, we will absolutely start using our enemies' units and our vassals' units as well, and similarly we'll start using the Rally of the Lieges too, because again, if we are truly subjugating these different kinds of units, then it only makes sense that we would chase after the best. Why would we chase after the worst? With that said, though, there is something else to take care of here, and that has to do with recruiting a hero. We have a handful of options here. Many of them are extremely interesting, but one stands out among them all. Urlau the Cleaver is interesting, unaffiliated, but of the Growth, different coloration, so, stands out in a way that Gur Gul does as well. They are unyielding and they are arrogant, giving them +3 defense and resistance against the attacks of a tier 1 unit. Very fascinating, but not our pick. Ace Bloodfield over here is unstable, able to teleport randomly within 2 hexes once they sustain damage, but they're also frail. That unpredictability doesn't seem very in line with how the Growth approaches things in a methodical manner, and their frailty probably means they'd be left behind. They wouldn't be allowed to continue to evolve with us because of their frailty, so Ace Bloodfield must also be left behind. Deb Bloodfield over here is also unyielding, as we saw before, makes them berserk and steadfast when their hit points reach a certain level. Interesting, I suppose, but not as interesting as some of our other options. Gur Bone Mauler over here is an Astral Adept, meaning if they're the governor of a city, they'll give us +3 Astral Affinity, which is neat, but not really how we're planning on evolving our empire, so Gur Bone Mauler is also left behind. And then we have Rosi Bone Mauler over here, who is seductive, similar to our nymphs, able to sort of use mind control. And while that is in line with our overall approach, still not entirely seduced by Rosi Bone Mauler over here myself. And we're also going to pass on Karen Rodblock, who has Beast Trainer, but we already have somebody with that capability. Now, that doesn't instantly eliminate somebody from the selection pool, obviously, but the fact of the matter is that Birgit Rodblock over here is far more interesting to me. Shadow Adept means that they'll give us +3 Shadow Affinity when governing a city, and that's actually in line with how I wanted to evolve my empire, so it's very much in keeping with the Growth's future growth plans, and I'm also interested in making somebody from Neeson the governor of Fungal Sanctum. It kind of makes sense, they're right above Fungal Sanctum, so we've kind of extended their rule a little bit, but they're actually under our control, so on and so forth. It feels nice from a storytelling perspective. So Birgit Rodblock is going to be our new hero, costing us a fair sum to recruit, but I think it'll be well worth it since they are level 7. Let's go ahead and inspect them really quickly to see exactly what they have on offer. They've got a Battle Axe, tier 2, decent bit of damage, but I think we'll swap that out for a different melee weapon, and their Frost Shield will get removed as well if we swap that weapon out, as will their Wolf, which is a nice type of mount, but not as nice as our excessive force that we've been keeping in our back pocket for so long, right? We got Defense 1, Fighting 1, Resistance 1, Restore, which is always very nice, Sprint, and 2 levels of Vigor, giving them 110 HP, some decent resistances and defensive capabilities, and again, that shadow affinity is quite attractive. Ferocious over here deals plus 30% damage via retaliation attacks and opportunity attacks. That's amazing. And Gold Touch gives us the +2 resistance as well. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Brigate Roadblock, join us, please. Let's go ahead and immediately take a look at your equipment. Make sure you are carrying excessive force instead, because look at that damage output. Again, it's the heavy charge strike, so it cancels defense mode, removes retaliation attacks. It does so very much. So let's go ahead and put that on you, and just look at that. Like, it's so fitting, right? From the color combination to the overall aesthetic, this is a pairing that was meant to be. With that done, though, let's get this army moving up to join this Berserker over here. And let's also get this Plague Serpent joining with this stack. I mean, we're heading in that general direction, so maybe the Plague Serpent can stay put, that's fine. And at the same time, let's take a look at Spore Pit, because I do believe it's able to expand down to this province over here where we can get either a research post or a conduit. The quarry is tempting, of course, because we get more mana from the Crawler's Nest for each quarry that we have. But as you might recall, there are a couple of structures here that need the conduit to be built, or otherwise need the research post to be built. Now, under special province improvements, we do have access to the conduit through the Herbalist and the Spelljammer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and claim this as a research post, because eventually we can secure a conduit through other means, whereas a research post isn't as readily available to us. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's make sure that eventually Spore Pit does in fact build the academy to make sure we're actually taking advantage of that research post beyond the knowledge it generates, right? We've secured ourselves a Gore Tusk Piglet. Let's move you up towards this stack as well. It'll take you some time to get there, but let's get you there. And otherwise, Spore Pit is currently recruiting nothing. Why don't we go ahead and get ourselves a Berserker? And let's take a look at Thorn and recruit ourselves another, what? Thinking Young Caustic Worm over here. Another animal unit, sure, why not? The plan here is, of course, to get ready for the inevitable upcoming wars with Hot Toady and Carissa the Red. They've been getting much more vitriolic and upset at me, just with regards to how I approach things, I suppose. Not big fans of the way I do things. So I'm expecting at least one war to kick off soon, if not two. And truth be told, I'd very much like to beat Hot Toady to the punch. If we take a quick look, we'll see that even though their overall ranking is 2 out of 7, their military ranking is well behind us, so I want to take advantage of that if possible. If we pay off some of the grievances, we should be able to declare a justified war, and that would be huge for us. But I'm getting ahead of myself, I'm sorry. Back we go, down over here to the Fungal Sanctum. Let's make sure that Brigate Roadblock is put in charge. And you'll see immediately our shadow affinity is increased, which means we should have access to some of the more interesting shadow-related Empire skills eventually. It'll still take some time, obviously, but we're speeding it up a little bit, right? And we're also speeding up our movement towards the teleporter infrastructure, which is extremely helpful. Just 8 turns away now. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. It's going to make things so much smoother. Anyway, folks, with all that done, let's go ahead and move some of these troops up, and let's separately move these guys down to explore what's left to explore over here, and to eliminate these marauders. We might secure some additional, equipment, items, resources, something. So I think we'll go ahead and creep on downwards, get these guys pooled together. It could potentially be a 3v3. Let's get you over to here, just to make sure that if we are needed up over here, these guys are able to respond. And you, my good friend, should be able to come down to here. And similarly, if we're needed up over here, we'll be able to respond. Is that everybody? No, it's not. You need to head down this way, because our next excavations are in this general direction, right? Yeah. Our ruler has also leveled up, which means Gur Gul is able to upgrade in a few different ways. First of all, I think we're going to go ahead and secure, what? Endurance training. Plus 15 hit points and plus 2 status resistance for all of the units in our army. That's absolutely huge. I'll be honest, Vigor is tempting as well, because 90 HP doesn't feel like enough. Some of our other heroes are overtaking Gur Gul right now, but I'll leave that for later, and I'll stick with endurance training over here. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll confirm it, and separately we can pick a new signature skill. Now, many of you were suggesting selections based on what you saw for Baba the Boar, but each hero will have their own signature skills available to them at these various steps along their progression. With Gur Gul here, we have a few options that I'll read through, and I think one very clearly stands out as the obvious selection over here, but some of the others are quite interesting. Visions of Woe means enemy units in a 1 hex radius will fumble their attacks for 1 turn, which can be a huge game changer. Reckless Rage increases melee attack damage provides sundered defense and sundered resistance. This really isn't worth it for us. I don't think it doesn't necessarily fit Gur Gul's approach, at least. Warding Bond over here, damage sustained by the target friendly unit is transferred to this unit with a 20% reduction, very helpful. We have Rallying Blessing, which gives friendly units in a 1 hex radius rally, bolstered defense, and bolstered resistance. Again, also massive. Draining Blade is extremely interesting, deals damage to target enemy, and heals you the same amount as the damage dealt. I would love to have this, but again, it's a melee kind of thing. I mean, I guess it has a reach of 2, it looks like, or, you know, it has a higher reach than just melee, but it still puts Gur Gul in an unfortunate situation if we're going to use it. So we're going to skip past that, as nice as it sounds, and as fitting as it sounds for the growth as well, because Virulent Outbreak over here is the perfect match. I mean, come on. What else could I pick, right? Plus, it's really cool. Enemy units in a 2 hex radius have a 90% chance of becoming diseased and separately poisoned as well. Very fitting for the growth, very fitting for Gur Gul, and very powerful as well. So let's go ahead and confirm that, close this off, and I think finally hit the end turn button. Yes, that was a fairly long turn end, I should say, but there was a lot of housekeeping to do, there was some recruitment to take care of, and there was some general comments to respond to as well from the previous episode's comment section. And folks, again, if you've been enjoying this series, if you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep leaving those comments and keep hitting the like button. It does make a very big difference. It lets me know what people are enjoying on the channel, lets me know what I should do more or less of, and how I should go about doing it. So keep them coming, and these episodes will most certainly keep coming as well, because I've just been having such a blast with this game. Now, this is listed as a safe battle, but if I'm perfectly honest with you, some of these tier 3s worry me a little bit. I don't think the AI knows intelligently enough how to protect units that might be susceptible to a ton of damage from some of these scarier units. So at the risk of making myself look like a fool and losing some units by my own hand, I think I'm going to dive into this one. The AI very cleverly dodged our giant spider over here, so good on that, but we should be able to overcome them relatively easily. It's more a matter of protecting our units, keeping them alive, and making sure that the growth is able to continue growing. With that said, to the battlefield we go. Again, it's not often I'm going to fight a safe battle, but I do think that the AI would likely cack this up for us. And now that I see the battlefield, I'm even more convinced that the AI would mess this up for us. Typically, auto-resolve is extremely good, and what the AI actually does, what the game does rather, I should say, is it actually plays the battle. You can replay it and watch it and see what the AI did, so it's not like it randomly just comes up with a solution, but sometimes the AI's approach to things aren't ideal, right? What to do here, what to do? Let's go ahead and move our Vampire Spider Hatchling up to here, because we'll want to take some cover. They do have some range capabilities, right? So let's get you up to here. Let's get our Plague Serpent, I suppose, up to here. We'll get our Razorback scooching on up to here. If I can draw them to us, that'll make me very happy. Let's get our Floral Stinger set up where? Got some cover over here, but I don't think we have much reach. We'll eventually want to go into melee as well with the Floral Stinger, but we want to start at the back. So let's go ahead and, sure, get you up there. There's a bit of cover, some obscuring. That should be fine. We'll get our Wild Speaker set up over here. Go ahead and conjure an animal up here as well, just to try and block the bridge off, I guess, even though it's not necessary. I'm going to try and force myself to stay behind as best as possible. Our Berserker can set up over here. Try and set it up so that we can charge them next turn. I say immediately after suggesting I'm going to take it easy and stay behind. Let's move Gur Gul up to here, sure. Take advantage of some of those defensive modes. Let's get this Wild Speaker creeping on up to here. Conjure an animal in this general direction. And let's then get our Plague Serpent over here. Sure, let's move you up to there. Getting kind of tight. Let's get this Entwined Thrall over here. Let's get this Plague Serpent up to here. And let's get this Dread Spider Matriarch maybe creeping up over this way. Slowing us down a little bit, but we should be quick enough to maybe get some flanking done. Sure, let's creep you up this way. Try and stay safe. And down over here, let's get the Entwined Thrall creeping up this way. Again, able to attack from range, right? So should be able to hit them as they come through if all goes well. That's our turn done, I believe. It's just a couple of defense modes to enter into, so let's end the turn, see what the AI gets up to. Hopefully they'll be pretty aggressive. They are the attacker over here after all. We'll see how they play it out. Oh, you know what? They're not moving as aggressively as I would like. I could just stay put. There's no reason for me to go charging up ahead. I could just use Unleash the Beast. Gives us 3 turns of killing momentum. Unit regains 1 action point when killing another unit. Works once per turn. Not likely to trigger that very soon, but it's something. And that +2 strengthened isn't bad either. So, I mean, hey, let's Unleash the Beast. It's kind of tempting to do it on some of these Plague Serpents instead, isn't it? Sure, why shouldn't I? Yeah, you know what? Let's pop that on you. Get that done there. And up over here, let's Unleash the Beast on you. Again, there's a 2-turn cooldown, so we'll get there faster by pulling the trigger on it sooner. And I'm going to exhibit an unreasonable amount of patience, at least as far as I'm concerned, by only moving our Dread Spider Matriarch up to this high foliage over here, just to keep her distance, and then hitting end turn. Yeah, sure, let's do it. I can't believe I just did that. Normally I'm so aggressive, and patience is like my worst skill. I'm very impatient typically, but you know what? Pleased at my ability to pull that off this time. We have a couple of charges we can pull off, and as you can see, these guys are not going to eat a lot of damage from the Berserker even. A lot of work to be done up over here, though. That looks nice. What about you? If I send you up there? Oh, okay. Well, we can close the gap with a lot of our units, so there's that. How's the Dread Spider Matriarch looking? Can't close the gap, unfortunately, but we can get closer. What's our range looking like over here? No reach, eh? Well, hey, why don't we do this? Let's move you... Don't love this. Move you up to there. And fire away. Try and get some work done, if we're lucky. I'll take the graze, sure. Poisoned as well. Looks good. We'll get the Entwined Thrall moving up to here. Still a 50% hit chance, eh? Just my luck. Hopefully this will be worth it. Let's get the Poison Needle up over here. Fire away. Yeah, good hit. Meanwhile, the Plague Serpent can go rushing in. Not as much damage as I would like. You can kill these guys. That's the kind of damage I'm hoping for. So, yeah, go for it. Why not? Well, maybe because they'll be fully surrounded, but our Plague Serpents can close the gap now. Good stuff, great damage. Primal Strike in there as well. Let's send our Plague Serpent in. Yikes, that's like nothing. That is really like nothing. Let's send our summoned animals in first then. Send you up, let's go. Yeah, good stuff. And let's get you going up as well. Because again, if we lose the summoned units, it's not the end of the world, right? So they should block enemy approach, while our spellcasters can creep up and use their poison blasts as they roll up. So let's get you... Actually, what's your range looking like? You're good. You can't close the gap right now, though, because your path is blocked. Okay, fair enough. Let's get you moving on up to... here, sure. Use that blast up over here. Let's go. Raised. Not ideal. I'll take it, though. Let's get you up to here. Get that same blast up over here as well. Give me a good clean hit. Come on. Sure, I'll take it, I suppose. You can now come up to here. Let's see what we can hit and for how much damage. I'd love to get like the bleeding and the poison on these guys. But 90% versus 50%, I'd be a fool not to take the 90 right now. Let's go for it. Good stuff. Got the bleeding in there as well. Poison resisted, but I'll take what I can get. And let's move you up to here. Use that poisonous spore attack. Up over here, sure. Let's go. Beauty. Love it. And let's get our lovely leader Gur Gul popping Virulent Outbreak as well. I mean, it looks like it'll only affect enemy units, so that's good. And they might all get diseased, and they might all get poisoned as well, so I see no problem with that. The other option, of course, is to move in and to actually hit them. You know what, let's get this damage over time happening. Sure, pop that over there. Let's go. Good stuff. Looks like... It looked like they all got diseased and poisoned. These guys might have resisted the disease. That's fine, though. Overall, job well done. Let's get the Dread Spider Matriarch moving closer. I'm going to try and keep you in cover, but it doesn't look like I can do that, so fine. Let's take the chance. And how are we looking otherwise? Looking okay. Let's get you moving over this way so we're able to flank maybe a little bit. Same thing with you. Our approach this way is completely blocked off. That's my own doing. That's my own fault. Let's move the vampire spider hatchling up this way. Want to try and keep my distance from their archers if possible. And the plague serpent over here can perhaps do the same. Yeah, I could have taken a smoother approach to kick things off, but we're fine. We're fine. Any spell casting I want to do over here? Don't think it's necessary. Vine Prison is tempting. Animate Flora is also tempting. Actually, you know what? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go for it. We've acquired these spells, we might as well use them, right? Pop this, where? Over here? Soften some of these guys up? Yeah, let's go for it. Draw some aggro, perhaps. Dive into melee if we don't end up dying. End the turn there. See what the AI gets up to. Obviously some ranged attacks. Looking fine over here. Oh, okay. That hurt. Again, those summoned units, so I'm not too upset about losing it. That's perfectly fine. That's worked out exactly how I wanted it to. It actually drew out one of their primal strikes as well. Completely wasted on a summoned unit. Good stuff. Similar thing going down over here. Yep. Beauty. I don't mind that at all. Now, you can come through and attack in melee. Sure. Get these guys tied down, I suppose. What can the Dread Spider Matriarch do? Not too much, unfortunately. Spawn some hatchlings. Toss some webs. That's not going to do anything for us right now. And we can't do either of those if we actually move. And I think I'd rather move. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get you creeping on up to here. Sure. Toss your needles. Let's go up over here. Sure. Really hoping we get a good solid clean hit there, but no such luck, obviously. Let's pull you up to here. Try a similar thing. Let's go ahead and pop shots over here, because there's a chance that we might be able to eliminate this unit. Not so much the one at the back there. So, our Berserker will get some hits in first, perhaps. There's no retaliation. Let's go for it. Give me a good hit, come on. Not bad, not bad. Should I fire from the back, or should I charge in with these pigs? Let's try firing from the back. Alright, fine. Let's fire from the back over here. Really hoping for like a good crit. Can you finally finish them off? No. Fine. Another shot from the back over here. Really, no elimination. Nothing from here either. Come on. Come on. Alright, fine. Go ahead and pop this over here. Good stuff. And from back over here. Right. They're not going to die. Of course. They're steadfast. I wish I'd realized that earlier. That's okay, not the end of the world. Let's move our Razorback over to the side here. Use its quill shot up over here. Good stuff. And then we can send our Floral Stinger in to get a melee attack done. It's not a lot of damage output. It's a bit of a risky position to be in. But we're looking alright. Okay, good stuff. This Gore-Tusk Piglet can attack up over here as well. Let's go. Yeah, beauty. And down over here, let's pull on up to here. And get a good blast up over here, sure. Soften them up a bit further. Keep the poison and disease going, right? Even if they resist the poison. Move you up this way, let's go. Let's get you rolling up as well. Who else have we got? Our Plague Serpent down here. Yeah, sure, keep creeping. And you keep creeping as well. I believe that's everybody. Indeed it is. End the turn there. See what the AI does. You're going to get an attack in. Going to hurt us a little bit. That's not too bad. Over here. Wow. Again, summoned unit, so I'm not all that upset. But certainly not what I was expecting. And same thing back over here as well. Summoned unit, not all that upset. But that's all of our summoned units taken care of, so now we got to be a bit more careful. You can see, like, this battle seemed relatively easy on paper, but there are a couple of moving parts here that make it interesting still. You no longer have Steadfast, right? Yes, so now I can finally kill you. I wish I'd realized that before I dedicated so many resources to trying to eliminate them. Let's go ahead and fire away with the Quill Shot. Beauty. Getting some morale damage done as well. Let's use our Poison Blast. Up over here, sure. Because what I should be able to do is charge these guys and finish them off that way. Another blast up over there. Go for it. Decent hit chances. Yeah, love it. Our Stinger can finish the job. Sure, let's get the Floral Stinger to finish the job here. Come on. Get a retaliatory attack, not too bad. Another hit, beauty. And again, trying to minimize the damage we consume or the damage we take to make sure our upcoming battle is also an easy one, right? Let's get these spiders involved. They've been waiting for so long. Beautiful. And how about our matriarch as well? Sure. Beauty. And finally, let's get this kill in as well. In we go. And a battle well fought. Alright, good stuff. Only lost summoned units there, took a touch of damage at most, and I guarantee you the AI would not have used summoned units as bait like that. I guarantee you we would have lost at least one unit, but that went pretty nicely, I would say. Close that off, see if the AI gets up to anything else. Looks like a no. Oh, hello. Grim Entertainment. Before negotiations with Slampit resume, Hila Bone Mauler greets you. She's flanked by 2 guards holding a malnourished man in chains. Hila Bone Mauler bares her teeth with an unsettling grin. To honor your might, I offer you this gift for our mutual entertainment. We caught this miscreant trespassing in my private forest. The prisoner scoffs and prepares to object, but a quick punch to the gut from the chiefess knocks the wind out of him. The fire in his eyes, however, remains. Hila Bone Mauler's eyes meet yours in sinister anticipation. This prisoner's fate is yours to decide, O God King. What madness befalls you? Release this man? Absolutely not. That's not fitting at all. Greetings, unfortunate trespasser. You decide which foot stays attached. Okay. It would make Slampit a flourishing vassal immediately, so that's nice, I suppose. Sacrifice him in Urath's name. I have no idea who Urath is. The only god I know is Gur Gul. A fine addition for my army of the damned. Attempt to turn the prisoner into a skeleton. Ooh, see, so this is something I've been tempted by consistently. And our recent pull towards the shadow affinity maybe makes this make sense. Instead say, I would rather we continue our negotiations. Oh, man. I feel like greetings, unfortunate trespasser, you decide which foot stays attached is very much evil for evil's sake. It's almost cartoonish, which is something I've been trying to avoid as best as possible. Whereas I feel like a fine addition for my army of the damned is a bit more aligned with our constant hunger for knowledge and stuff like that. Army of the damned is also fitting, even though maybe skeletons aren't precisely fitting, it seems a bit more in line. So, a fine addition for my army of the damned. It's a dice roll that we failed. The prisoner resists. That wasn't enough time to read that at all. But something happened there, and it wasn't to our favor. Also not to our favor is Fangir having built a seed of Materium, making progress towards that magic victory, so gotta keep that in mind. And separately, we have a bunch of units that need moving, and a city that needs conquering. So first of all, there's this 6 stack, and even though it's tier 1s and tier 2s, I do think we have to fight that one. Looks like we'll be able to get everybody close enough to get the job done, so that's good. That's very good indeed. Separately, do I want the assistance of some of these guys? I don't think I need it, but hey, would you look at that? Another 3 stack. So I'm glad that we didn't get mauled by both of these stacks over here at once. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Where'd these guys go? Oh, they're like hidden in the mountains or something. Are they glitching out? What's going on there? Anyway, not important. This is more important. Let's go ahead and move you up to here. Sure, let's get you up over here as well. Still able to attack, yes. Let's get you right up to here. Would have been nice if we could get the Entwined Protector involved, but not ready yet. We could get a Nymph in there, I suppose. That might be nice. Getting a Nymph in there to keep these guys healed up and stuff. They would make sense in this army. You know what? Sure. Why not? Why else have we queued this up? So summon Nymph down over here. Good stuff. Able to join in. And let's get this army joining in as well. Why does it say you can't reach there? You should be able to. Don't. Oh my god. Alright, fair enough. In that case, I'm extra glad we got the Nymph in here, and we could actually stand to use an additional wild animal as well. Sure, let's pop you in there. See what we got. Did we just get the Plague Serpent there? I think so. Hey, good stuff. Let's dive in. Get the job done. Safe battle. Could auto-resolve this, but again, It's a quest battle. We've been waiting about 20 turns to do this, so let's dive into the battlefield. Again, I feel like I need to stress. Typically, a safe battle will be auto-resolved, but there are a few interesting ones here and there that I will want to fight. Always open to feedback, so let me know your thoughts in the comments, of course. Alright, these guys are looking decently aggressive. A lot of fire over here, so we gotta be careful. We gotta be very careful about that. Lots of melee as well, I believe. No one here. Oh, actually, we've got these lesser magma spirits with their fire bolts. Okay, this could actually be kind of scary, truth be told. This could actually be kind of scary. Let's get our Plague Serpent. I feel like these guys could maybe creep up this way to try and box these guys in. These guys would need to move up this way to try and cut these guys off. And then we have these guys moving up the middle. A little rough looking, honestly. But let's try it. Very little foliage to take cover in. Move you up to there. Let's go. Let's get you up to here. You have your warding effect, right? We could try some seduction early on if these guys continue to try and close the gap. So let's move you as far as we can go. Let's get you up to here, sure. Maybe web them next turn or something. Let's get you up to here. You up to there, and you up to here, sure. A little damage there, but hopefully it's not the end of the world. Meanwhile, down over here. Oh, Gur Gul did get involved. I guess we were close enough after all. Fair enough. I was wondering about this, like, set of units. I was like, where did these guys come from? Didn't read the previous screen right. My apologies. But let's go ahead and move you or up this way. Let's get you coming up this way and conjuring. Up front, let's go. What do we got? Ooh, nice. Some dread spider hatchlings. Can we secure more of those? We'll see. Move you up this way. Let's go. The berserker over here can take some cover up there, perhaps. Try and stay safe. Let's get you up over here and conjure an animal up like so. Meanwhile, Gur Gul, where to send you? I feel like a central location might be wisest here, just to get work done in as many directions as possible. Let's get you up there, and let's be prepared for the virulent outbreak if possible. Meanwhile, these guys can creep up down the middle, or I could wait until the enemy actually funnels through. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's send you... Let me just take a look at something here. Weakness to fire, eh? A significant weakness to fire on this Ice Spider Matriarch, so I want to be very careful with her. Plague Serpent, also weakness to fire. Like, this is dangerous to us, I'll be honest with you. This is a dangerous, dangerous battle. Part of the reason why I wanted to fight it myself. Here, let's pull you up this way. I'm gonna try something here. Facing that way. Let's get you webbing. Can't do it. Fair enough, that's okay. We'll move you up to here. Try and take some cover. Use the web, perhaps, at best. The Vampire Spider Hatchling can come up this way. Let's get our Razorback creeping up this way. These guys will funnel through. I might be able to flank them, right? Sandwich them over here, and send a smaller contingent up over there instead. Alright, who's left? Just a couple people entering defense mode, I think. Seems to be the case. I guess I could creep you up here. Sure, let's do that. Might put us in a better position to poison needle these guys. Alright, that's everybody done. End the turn there. See what the AI does. Hopefully they'll get aggressive and push towards us. There's a bit of healing going on that I noticed at the bottom there, so that's good. These guys have actually pushed in down this choke point. These guys are isolated. Cannot close the gap, unfortunately. With a couple of units, sure I can, but by and large I can't. Vengeful Flames, that doesn't sound good for us. Melee attack hits, the attacker sustains 2 fire damage, has a base 30% chance of being inflicted with burning. Yeah, that's definitely not good for us. Gur Gul, can your virulent outbreak hit these guys? Only 2 of them would be affected. Damn, that sucks. I mean, it's something, I suppose, but it's not ideal, obviously. Alright, we can close the gaps over here. The fire weakness is not nice. Jeez. Alright. You guys with your poison needles, you hit up over here. Plague Serpent can maybe come around the back there. If I go into melee, that fire weakness, again, is kind of scary. Alright. Let's get you pulling up to here. Toss your poison needle up that way. Let's go. We might take some losses in this battle. Risk I need to be willing to take, I suppose. We can try some webbing up over here. Can't hit enough units, unfortunately. Fair enough. Let's get you creeping up this way. Try and protect our weaker units, right? Should be able to get you up to here, sure. Get those poison needles down over here. Good stuff. Very good stuff, actually. This Dread Spider Matriarch. No weakness to fire, so that's promising. Let's get you situated down like this. Again, blocking off enemy or like approach angles. Let's get our nymph trying to seduce. 60% chance. 60% chance. Alright, let me check something here. The Inferno Hound. Tier 2, 12 and 5 on its melee strike. Lesser Magma Spirit, 9 on its fire. Now it does have Vengeful Flames and Fiery Wake. You know what? Let's try and seduce one of these hounds. Can't move and seduce, so we gotta do it from this distance. 60% chance of success. Come on, baby. Come on. Nice. Wow. That's proven to be a game changer in the past. It might prove it again this time. Let's go ahead and move the Plague Serpent up to here. Again, trying to flank some of these ranged units, right? Taking a bit of a risk, but I think a worthwhile one. We could turn you around and get some damage done. 12 and 12 versus 11. Okay, sure. Here, let's hit this guy. Pull out the retaliation so these guys won't face the retaliatory attack, right? Let's go for it. Decent damage there. Good stuff. There's the retaliation. Not a problem. Now we can come through and not have to worry about the retaliation. Let's send you up this way. Let's go. Sure, I'll take it. And this Ice Spider Matriarch can do it again. There's the Frost weakness, which works to our benefit. We are setting her up for failure, potentially, considering she might get focused down. I don't think it's a good idea. As tempting as it is, I don't think it's a good idea. Stay put for now until we can minimize the level of threat over here. Let's go ahead and pull you up a little bit to get some shots in. Yeah, up over here sounds good. If I could just eliminate this unit, I'll be very happy. Can we get you in there? We can. Bit of damage there. Bit of healing there as well. And I should perhaps move you up to get some poison blasts coming through. Could really get focused down from there. 30% hit chance isn't amazing, though. Alright, what's life without risks? Let's head on up to here. Get that poison blast up over here. Let's go. No kill, unfortunately. We're gonna miss, god damn it. Alright, I deserve that. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's fine, it's fine. We're okay. Let's go ahead and move these guys up now. Again, unfortunately not able to close the gap with everybody. Let's get you... Alright, let's get you popping... Let's get you up to here. Let's get you up to here. Bit of a risk, but let's get Unleash the Beast onto these guys. And later on we'll use Poison Blast, of course. Let's get you trying to close the gap over here. Again, they were summoned, so I don't mind damage there too much. Let's move you up to here. Let's get the Berserker set up over here, able to charge in next turn, hopefully, cause some good damage that way. Let's get the Floral Stinger. Oh man, just out of reach. Just out of reach, eh? Alright, well, let's move you up to here. And pop the Poisonous Spores up over here, I suppose. Good stuff, I'll take it. Berserker's still waiting. Let's get you moving on up to here. And pop your Magic Blast up there. Let's go. Give me some damage, come on. Alright, not too shabby. Not amazing, not too bad either, though. Get you into defense mode. Ice Spider Matriarch. Guess I might as well at least move you up a little bit. Let's get you up to there so we can maybe use our webbing. I don't know how helpful that'll be. It does cause some damage, so we'll try it right next turn, though. And that's your turn done. And I believe that's all of our turns done. No one needs urgent healing or anything. No need for vines or anything like that. So let's end the turn, see what the AI does. Here they come. That's gonna hurt, man. I don't want to lose these Plague Serpents. And that's just one unit firing. Taking some damage over here as well. Not too bad, that. And up over here. Attack of opportunity. Don't mind that. But they're gonna start firing away. And that's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad at all. Alright. Okay, okay. That's fine. Plague Serpent's okay still? Yeah, good stuff. Attack of opportunity there. Who are you going to fire at? The Ice Spider Matriarch. As long as we can, yep, avoid any crits or anything, we'll be fine. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Let's get our Frozen Web set up over here, I think. 70% hit chances. I don't want to freeze our own selves, of course. 30%. Oh, come on. That's just my luck, isn't it? That is just my luck. Alright, that's okay, that's okay. Can I? No, I can't. I can't bring you all the way up there. Now again, this isn't my unit, so I don't necessarily mind, per se. Pull you over to here? Yes, I can. Alright, here. Let's, use up your, Actually, they can't retaliate, so that wasn't even a concern there. Let's go ahead and pull in and finish them off, though. That flanking maneuver in there. Works out nicely. Get a little boost to our morale as well. I'm almost tempted to bring this Plague Serpent back, truth be told. I could heal it instead, I suppose. Restore. Sure. Keep you alive, keep you fighting. That regen. Down over here, we can't close the gap enough. Web will not reach, unfortunately. You, we can get up there. Sure. Alright. Let's go and move you up. Let's go. We've got our Razorback. Able to creep up and fire. Go for it. 90% hit chance. That's got to work. Yeah, beautiful. Our Entwined Thralls should be able to do the same. 50% hit chance is not as good, but worth a shot, literally. Yeah, good stuff. These spiders can roll up. The flanking maneuver in here. Take a touch of damage, not the end of the world. Beauty. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Let's get these Entwined Thralls moving up as well. Again, 90% hit chances. Let's get you up to there. And let's go ahead and fire down here, because these guys will probably be eliminated by an attack of opportunity, right? So we'll let that stand. And our Plague Serpent, unfortunately, is kind of blocked off right now. Can't do anything. Let's get the Dread Spider Matriarch moving up to there. And that web remains tempting. You know what? Let's go for it. Pop it over here. Looks like we should land hits. Beauty. No hit chances if you aim at the rocks on the side there, apparently. I'll take it. Let's get you charging up over here to finish the job off. Sure. Why waste time? Done. Beautifully done, in fact. And everybody else can try and close the gap and wait until next turn to attack, I suppose. Let's get everybody moving. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, good stuff. I believe that's our turn done. No, it's not actually. Because you are able to move forward, but unfortunately, you're just shy of being able to hit anything. Yeah, sure, let's creep you up. Maybe next turn. I wonder... It looks like they're trying to retreat, actually. So we should get the attack of opportunity in there. Or... Oh, they did nothing. Who gets the kill? Can we? Ah, we won't get the kill from back there. That's fine. Let's get the... Vampire Spider Hatchlings to get the job done. Come on. Bit of healing. Bit of killing. Bit of celebration. Good victory there. Mission accomplished. Quest accomplished. Everyone killed. Took some damage this time around, so we will want to heal up a little bit, at least some of these units, before we strike at Whundhart. And it looks like they actually have a 4-stack there, so that is something to consider. Nonetheless, I'll take that victory gladly. What is this now? Reckless Incinerators. Aftermath. With the fire creatures stopped, the Warden of the Forest reveals itself to you. It is a unicorn, just as pristine and majestic as it is described in the many stories of old. The fair creature approaches you with a benevolent glimmer in its eyes. It is clear that it wants to thank you. Which gift do you wish the unicorn to bestow upon you? So we've got the nature boon. Your communion with the forces of nature strengthens your rule, temporarily increasing city stability in all of your cities. The strength of this effect scales up with higher nature empire affinity. Well, that's worked out very nicely with our 10 nature affinity there. And all cities of our empire, all 3 of them, gain 34 stability for 6 turns. That's huge, but let's not rest on our laurels here, right? We could ask the unicorn to follow us, gaining us a unicorn unit. That is a decent charge strike there. And we're not averse to using unicorns, right? They might be the picture of joy and happiness and all things good, but they can be corrupted as well. We sense a deep connection. From now on, I will ride the unicorn into battle. Ooh, I don't think I can actually do that while also using a staff, so that seems unfitting. Alternatively, I could ask the unicorn to share some of its magic essence with me. Why only have some of its magic essence when I could subjugate it entirely? Give me that unicorn unit. Absolutely. Absolutely. Add it to this stack over here. Alright, fair enough. Now, we do need to heal up a little bit. Unfortunately, we don't have any, like, outposts or anything in the area to do that with, and I cannot get my hero down here to make a province down here ours. I guess I could get you over there. Nah, they'd still have to move. These guys are all pretty much at full strength still, so that's good. I'm just going to miss the Ice Spider Matriarch. But that's okay, she needs healing. She needs healing, and we have a 4-stack we're up against over here, some tier 2s and the faction leader, so want to be careful about that. Meanwhile, these guys are able to come a little bit closer, I think. How far can you get? Up to there. Alright. Just wanted to make sure I'm not sending these guys to their doom, right? Bring you over to there. Let's go ahead and bring you... Where? Just uncertain if we're going to get swarmed over here. Let's pull you over to here. And can I hit here? I can. It would draw these guys in, though. I think that's a risk I'm willing to take. Low risk battle. I should be able to auto-resolve this. I mean, there is a tier 1 that we might lose, but sure, let's auto-combat this one and hope for the best. Don't screw me, game. Okay, good. I was really worried there for a second, but yeah, that seemed like a better balance on our side, considering what we were up against. Beautiful stuff, killed them all, took a touch of damage here and there, not the end of the world. Close that. Have we secured anything? No, no resources, no rewards, nothing. Let's continue exploring down over here. There is a ritual circle, which is a silver infestation spawner. Currently recovering, the infestation will reinforce its patrolling armies in 0 to 3 turns, so right around the corner. A cabal of crazed cultists has claimed this region. If left unchecked, they will grow in strength, expand their territory, and send out invasion armies. Eerie, otherworldly shrieks mingle with the terrified whimpers of sacrificial victims-to-be. A cloud of oily smoke from hundreds of ritual candles blankets the area. Here, dark summoners invoke creatures from distant worlds and send them out to wreak havoc on the lands beyond. Right, very well, very well. Keep at it, I'm coming for you. Fangir, you've built your seat of Materium over here, fair enough, good to know. We've got some orders required down over here. Let's keep these guys moving up as quickly as possible. Add this Plague Serpent over here, and our little Piggo will continue chasing as well. Yeah, you're making your way through. I'm just wondering if I want to recruit some additional units at Thorn over here. You know, like invest some money, for example. Yeah, let's hurry this recruitment. Only 32 gold. And it'll allow us to create the stack right away. And that aside, I just wonder if there isn't something else I want to invest in. Like a War Shaman, for example. We don't have enough of those. Invigorate is quite nice. Can't hurry it this turn. I can hurry it next turn, though. It'll slow things down, but might be worth it. And separately, let's go ahead and build ourselves some structures here. Level 3 Town Hall has been boosted. It'll take just 4 turns. Increase our gold income. Seems like a good call. Sure, let's go for it. Let's make that upgrade. Separately, I do believe that Spore Pit's looking alright. Recruiting a Berserker and a Masonic Hall being built very well. And what's going on down over here at the Fungal Sanctum? Still building a Mint, and the Soother is coming soon as well. Alright, cool. Feeling good, feeling good. Carissa the Red has withdrawn to the Astral Void. Oh man, Carissa, what are you looking like right now? Rank 1, military rank 3 out of 7. Hot Toady, rank 3, military rank 6 out of 7 still. What are we looking like? Military rank 1. Ooh, love to see it. Alright, let's end the turn there and see if Whundhart ventures forth once more. Could be trouble for us, actually. Let's see how it plays out. Oh, no, wait, hang on a second, sorry. We still have our scout down over here. Still scouting away. Still looking for something to do. Alright, with that done now, let's hit the end turn button, see what the AI gets up to. I think we'll be okay. I'll be very pleased to have conquered Whundhart. It'll take a few turns, of course. We'll need to do the whole siege thing here as well, as we did with the Sanctum. But that's fine. Let's get you 2 pulling back towards friendly territory up over there. Let's take the safe route over here, please. 3 and 6, you're fine. So let's go ahead and move you up to here. They've got decent strength. The stack of 3 will come up as well. I guess we could send you up over here. Sure. That way you can close the gap. And, oh god, I was really hoping we'd be able to join forces this turn. Not the end of the world, but I was just hoping for it. And up over here, let's get the War Shaman rushed, because we have plenty of money. Get you in that stack, and let's get this stack moving. Little Piggo, keep chasing. Alright, good stuff. Separately, you're able to dive in. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. Safe battle, but we can't actually fight yet. We have to kick off with this siege. And let's take a look at some siege projects over here. I'm thinking we go with the onagers once more. Bit of a gold investment, but decent increase in our progress rate over here. So sure. And undermining the walls kind of does the same. Headlong assault just gives us a decent bit of damage on our units before the battle starts, or at the beginning of the battle, so I don't know if I want to do that. But that +5 is nice. That would take 4 turns. You know what? It'll probably be 4 turns either way. So let's stick to undermining the walls. Sounds good. 4 turns, we get our breach, we attack, we win. Job well done. They shouldn't have picked a fight with us. I don't know why they did. Let's move this army further down. Oh. This might have been a mistake. Oh no. This might have been a mistake. Alright, was really expecting this to take a little bit longer to recover, but no, here we are. Warlock, Stormscale Serpent, a bunch of entwined thralls, not so scary. But the living fog, let me tell you, is a little terrifying. Alright, not much we can do here. Let's go ahead and creep up. I don't think I'm going to engage just quite yet, because I would like to summon our Entwined Protector into this army. And separately, I would like to get some more summoning going as well. None of this is going to happen as quickly as I would like, unfortunately. Let's invest in... What do we have here? We've got 2 nymphs already. This unit is not at full strength. Alright, let's go ahead and summon a wild animal, just because it'll be faster. God, it's only tier 1 with a small chance of tier 2, though. Really not amazing. You know what, I gotta take the chance over here and hope they don't attack me for 4 whole turns. That's literally impossible. They're guaranteed, almost, going to attack me next turn. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. We've come on top, like we've come out on top against worse odds for sure, but, you know, still makes me nervous as hell. Let's creep down this way, because this is what we can dig out. That's all good. Up over here. This Berserker's going to try and close the gap, sure. And you, my good friend, have already moved. Yes, you have. What else have we got going on? Orders required down over here. Head on up. Make our way over. And actually back down to the Fungal Sanctum to recruit perhaps another Soother. That Soothing Breeze is huge. We were on the receiving end of it, so we know just how much it can do, right? Down over here, the Entwined Thrall is ready to go, but you're going to hang tight, buddy, please. And let's confirm that. Animal Kinship has been researched. And it's time to pick a new tome. What do we have now? Entering into tier 3s, we've got the Tome of Summoning, the Tome of Teleportation, very tempting, the Tome of Devastation, the Tome of Pandemonium, ooh, the Tome of Transmutation, which, though it's about physical substances, it kind of ties into us. Nah, not really, truth be told. It's very specifically about, like, alchemical transmutations and stuff, not biological. We have the Tome of Terramancy, which is a bit more in keeping with us, but still not so much. The Tome of Vigor. What does this give us? Summon Greater Animal, very fitting. Totem of the Wild. Spawns a random tier 1 animal unit at the start of each of your turns, lasts 5 turns. My goodness, that actually seems extremely fitting on its own. Unleash Beast, we're familiar with that, right? 5 stacks of Strengthened, 5 stacks of Bolstered Defense, and Berserk for a targeted animal or cavalry unit. Wow. Super Growth over here is a minor race transformation, giving us plus 10 hit points and plus 1 retaliation attack. This is something I've been eyeing since before this campaign even started, because it felt like the right call considering its name and also the implications. Decreased number of units in a formation, though. In my head, it's almost as though multiple units, like, fused to become larger versions of the same, and, you know, that kind of stuff. So in my head canon, it kind of works. And then we have Empowered Beasts as well. Makes enchanted units deal plus 20% damage, gain plus 10 hit points as well, alongside some additional adjustments there. So Tome of Vigor is very tempting. Then we've got the Tome of Cycles as well. Master the natural cycles of life and death, and specialize in debuffing enemies and healing allies. I mean, the descriptor sounds quite good. Diffuse health. Target enemy unit sustains 30 blight damage. Friendly units in a 2-hex range are healed 15 temporary hit points. That, oh my goodness, feels good. Parting Gifts. Until the end of battle, whenever a friendly unit dies, all other friendly units within 2 hexes heal 12 temporary hit points. Also feels good. Projectiles of Decay makes base physical ranged and magic attacks of enchanted units deal +2 blight damage. And we also get a 90% chance of inflicting decaying. Interesting. Cycle of Seasons is a sustained city spell. It's cast on a friendly city. All battles that take place in the city's domain gain Cycle of Seasons, granting a different effect each battle turn in the following order. Winter, all enemies sustain 5 frost damage. Spring, all friendly units become strengthened. Summer, all friendly units gain 5 temporary hit points. And autumn, all enemies become weakened by 1 stack. And then there's the Druid of the Cycle. That massive poison blast. Restart the cycle over here. If alive, heals 50 temporary hit points. If dead, is brought back to life with 70% of its total hit points. And then there's Cycle's End. Slight chance of instantly killing an injured target. This chance increases the lower the target's hit points are. If unsuccessful, the target gains 3 weakened. Oh my god, you know what? Tome of Cycles feels like the most fitting choice over here. It's between Tome of Vigor and Tome of Cycles. I think what'll likely happen is it'll end up being both of them, but Tome of Cycles definitely seems the most fitting right now. Withering Decay is for our heroes. Base attack gains a 90% chance of inflicting decaying. Alright, fair enough. +2 nature affinity, fair enough. And Seed of Nature, which is having to do with the magic victory, but also nature affinity, fair enough. Tome of Sanctuary, Tome of Subjugation. Ooh, hello. Okay, hang on. Expands and subjugates cities from other races, specializing in lowering enemy morale and conquering cities. Now, its order affinity has nothing to do with us, but subjugating raid, besieged city loses population, closest owned city gains that population, and at the start of battle, all enemy units have -10 morale until the end of battle. That is a specific siege project that would be available in the future. The Tyrant Knight is a very capable unit, as we've seen in the past. Final Ultimatum. On a target enemy routing unit, inflicts 90% chance of becoming permanently mind-controlled. If successful, it gains a bunch of morale, so it stops routing, and if resisted, the unit dies instead. Intimidating Aura reduces morale of nearby enemies, and Baron's Palace is a city structure, producing gold and providing stability. So it fits in name, but not so much in function, unfortunately. Tome of the Cold Dark. I feel like that level of cold is probably bad for something that, you know, grows. Tome of the Great Transformation also feels kind of fitting, doesn't it? Necrotic Spires, Domain of Death, Desecrate Structure, Fetid Legion, that's a fitting name. And what's the last one? Whiteborn. You know what? I think it's going to be Tome of Cycles. I think it's got to be Tome of Cycles. But folks, as with a couple of tomes ago, I would love to hear your suggestions. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, what you think our next tome should actually be, because we have a couple of choices that make sense, and honestly, I could see myself going in either direction. I really could. I'm leaning strongly towards the Tome of Cycles just because of, I mean, how cool it sounds, how fitting it is, and the kinds of units it gives us access to as well. My goodness, it sounds amazing. And separately, though, the other options do make sense too. What else have we got going on over here? Free City can be integrated. That's Slam Pit. Good news. Don't intend to integrate them, but good to know the option is there. We were insulted, apparently, this time by Fangir. Go on, insult me. Keep it coming. I don't mind. Goodbye. And finally, another Free City can be integrated? No. This is Fangir complaining about Hot Toady. Very well. I don't care about your complaints. If you're going to complain about me, why should I care about what else you're saying? Either way, folks, this has been an interesting session. We have made some good progress against our quest over here. Whundhart is in trouble now as well. Next session, we'll probably kick things off by finishing it off, while down over here we might see some aggression from the AI as well that puts us in a bit of a tight spot. I might have cacked up over here, folks. But hey, if you enjoyed this episode, if you've been enjoying this series, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, makes a very big difference in letting me know what you're enjoying on the channel, what I should do more or less of, and how I should go about doing it. Again, weigh in as well on the next tome we pick. I'm fairly confident we're going to go with the Tome of Cycles, but I'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions and justifications for other picks if you've got them. Apart from that, though, as always, folks, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.